Hey everyone, Call here. Welcome back to my channel. The new update of Propnight is out, and what better time to make a guide on the game. So I've been playing Propnight a lot these few weeks, understanding the game, collecting the information. So in this video I'll be sharing all these tips and tricks that I think can help any player, being it new or experienced, improve their skills. Firstly, I'm gonna give a gist about the game, but since many of you already know about it, so I'm keeping it very short. So presently the game has 6 different survivors, 6 different killers, and 7 different maps you can play on. Earlier each survivor used to have a different item, but since the new patch dropped in, the new update came out. Now each survivor is given an option of 2 items that is completely random, and they can choose one of the 2 items. So the gameplay is basically 4 versus 1, 4 survivors versus 1 killer. So as survivors, what you need to do is you need to repair 5 out of 7 prop machines that are in the map by interacting with them. After you or your teammate have done so, 2 different exit doors are highlighted on the map. So the aim is to open any one of them and exit through the gate. And this is what makes things difficult for the killer, because even if one survivor escapes, it results in a win for the survivors. The killer on the other hand will prevent you from doing all of this, and each of the 6 killers have different powerful abilities and movement capabilities, which gives a very hard time to the survivors. And on top of it, there is a timer that the survivor needs to keep an eye on. Repairing prop machines and rescuing other survivors is the only way to get an increase in the timer. So now that I've given you the basics, let's straight away get to the killers. So I'm gonna start with the Banshee. This undoubtedly is the most powerful killer in the game because of her abilities. This killer can fly for almost 4 seconds, and this power recharges fully in 18 seconds. She can fly vertically, horizontally, or just glide if you use the power while jumping. This really is helpful in maps like farm, etc., where you can just easily fly over the cornfield and see almost every corner of the map. She can even curse prop machines for 90 seconds. This makes the reaction checks on the machines much faster and much more evenly timed, which makes it very difficult to repair. However, if you get good at reaction checks, the cursed prop machines will work in your favor, as it will give you more prop coins as it repairs slowly. Last but not the least, Banshee can use her scream ability. This not only causes some damage to the survivors but also helps revealing the survivors hiding as props in few meter radius around her. The scream, however, cannot go through large objects or walls, but it is safer not to hide in an obvious spot. Using scream ability in a chase is not really helpful as it does very little damage, so use it if the survivor's HP is very low, or save it to dig out the hiding survivors, as this has a cooldown of 30 seconds. So now that we have discussed about her abilities, I'm gonna talk about some tips that you can use while you're playing against a Banshee. The first thing you guys need to know is that Banshee becomes strong in the late game because she can find survivors with her scream ability and use her chase ability as well. So leaving prop machines on the farther ends can pay off survivors in the later game. Also, even if you find yourself in a chase sequence, don't worry too much, just keep running, use the doors to your advantage. Because firstly, her high speed chase can only last for 4 seconds, then she has to wait around 20 seconds to get the speed boost. And secondly, her scream ability has a cooldown of 30 seconds. So hiding can still be fine, but not in places where it becomes very predictable and obvious. So doing prop machines in closer range is helpful in the later game, as you won't find yourself trapped in the tight spots. So with that being said, this will be it for the video. These were some general tips that I found useful to share with you all. Hopefully you found this video resourceful, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.